Good morning students, welcome again here in this video tutorial. Today we will revise our chapter Life in the Temperate Grassland. Okay, and this is your part 1. Which part is this? Yes, this is the part 1 of chapter Life in the Temperate Grassland.
In this chapter. So student, now let's continue our chapter with topic first of all grassland. What do you understand by grassland? Beta, just as a forest can be defined as the place where trees are the main type of vegetation. Okay, forest can be defined as what? Yes, forest can be defined as the place where trees are the main type of vegetation. So just like same as forest, grassland can be defined as a region where grasses form the dominant type of plant life. Okay, what form the? Yes, grasses form the dominant type of plant life. Grassland make up almost a quarter of the total land surface. How much of the land total land surface? Grassland make up almost a quarter. Which one? A quarter. The types of plants that grow here greatly depend on what the climate and soil are like. Okay, grassland depend what? Yes, the type of plant, you can say that in grassland depend on the what the climate and soil, what type of climate there over there that land, and which type of soil. And you know what, beta, one important thing also, uh, climate plays an important role in the formation of grassland. What plays an important role in the formation of grassland? Yes, climate plays an important role in the formation of grassland. It is generally used as a basis to divide the words grassland into two broad categories. Okay, अगर हम बात करें talk about words grassland, so how many categories? Yes, two broad categories. The number one is the temperate region. Which one? The temperate region. And the number two is the tropical region. These two broad categories we can divide the words grassland. पूरे जो word के grassland है हम उनको two parts में divide करते हैं. Two broad categories में we can divide. The number one is the temperate region and the second one is the tropical region. But I just look at the picture also. This one is temperate grassland. And what about this? This one is tropical grassland. And you know what about temperate grassland? Means the environment has a mild climate and four seasons and have soil that is rich in humus. And what about tropical grassland? Means the environment is near the equator and is warm all year around. Just look at the color of grass. The grass also better difference between temperate grassland and tropical grassland. And this one, tropical grassland have a rainy season and a dry season. Here, in which tropical grassland have a rainy season and a dry season and have more trees and poorer soil. Now student, let's come here. Our next topic is the prairies. Okay, the temperate grassland. Which grassland of North America? The temperate grassland of North America are known as the prairies. Okay, which grassland? The temperate grassland of North America are known as the prairies. It is a region of flat, gently sloping or hilly land. What kind of features over there in the temperate grassland of North America? Yes, region of flat, gently sloping or hilly. For the most part, prairies are treeless, but as you can see that most of the part here in grass. Treeless. Okay, वहाँ tree नहीं है, but near the low lying plains. Yes, but what about low lying plains? Flanking river valleys, woodlands can be found. Which type of river? Yes, flanking river valleys and woodlands also can be found in where? In North America, temperate grassland. And what it called? The prairies. Tall grass up to 2 meter height. Yes. What about tall grass length? Yes, it about, you can say that 2 meter high. dominate the landscape, it is actually a sea of grass. What it called? Yes. Or you can say that what is the another name of the prairies? The another name of the prairies, sea of grass. Here also, beta, just look at the picture of prairies also. Wow, what a beautiful and tall grass, as you can see here. It's up to 2 meter high and dominate the landscape. Okay, and actually a sea of grass, you can say that. The prairies are bound by the Rocky Mountains in the west and the Great Lakes in the east. Okay, here as you can see, just look at here like this: north, east, south and west. So this area, just look at carefully, prairies, just अगर ये आपका prairies का area है, bounded by the Rocky Mountains in the west. Here, which mountain? Rocky Mountain in the west. And what about east? Great Lakes in the east. Word origin also given here. The word prairie originated from Latin word praeta. From which word it originated? Yes, it originated from Latin word praeta, which means meadow. What's the meaning of praeta? Of Latin word? Okay, meadow. Now student, just let's come here. Look at the map of North America. This is the map of North America. And now as you can see that the prairies cover part of United States. Which state it covers the part? Yes, prairies cover the part of United States of America and parts of Canada also. Which part? Parts of Canada. In the USA, which? Yes, in the USA, the area is drained by the tributaries of Mississippi. Okay. Which tributary? Yes, tributary of Mississippi, and the Canada prairies are drained by the tributary of Saskatchewan River. Which river? Yes, Saskatchewan River. Okay, got it? Now, what about the climate? Okay, climate in prairies and temperate. Okay. Being located in the heart of a continent. Where it is located, you can say heart of the continent, or you can say middle of a continent. The climate is of continental type with extreme temperatures. What kind of temperature? Yes, extreme temperature. It means the summers are warm with temperatures of around 20 degrees Celsius. If we are talking about which season, yes, the summer are warm. Which the summer are warm with temperature of around what? How many temperature? How much temperature it goes up? 20 degrees Celsius. While in winter, just look at the difference here, 20 degrees Celsius, and while in different, same in winter, minus 20 degree. Here a big difference between 20 degrees Celsius and minus degree. Okay, in summer are warm with temperature around 20 degrees Celsius, while in winter minus 20 degrees Celsius hand is recorded in the Winnipeg, Canada. In winter, a thick blanket of snow. Winter's temperature goes to minus 20 degrees Celsius. So here in winter, a thick blanket of snow cover this region. Okay, एक thick blanket of snow जो है पूरा इस region को cover कर लेती है. The annual rainfall is moderate, okay, and is deal for the growth of grass due to the absence of the north-south barrier. ओके अभी मैंने आपको बताया आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट साउथ वेस्ट. ओके, पेरिस का आपका जो रीजन है जो वहाँ है आपका नॉर्थ अमेरिका में, वेयर कि आपका माउंटेन्स है वेस्ट में. ओके, जस्ट लुक एट अगेन, जस्ट लुक एट हियर बेटा, नॉर्थ ईस्ट साउथ एंड वेस्ट, ये आपका एरिया हो गया. जस्ट लुक एट हियर. सो आपका बट हियर बाउंडेड बाय द prairies are bounded by the Rocky Mountains. Here Rocky Mountain in the west and the Great Lakes in the east. But what about north and south? Okay, north and south barrier absence. Okay, वहाँ कोई barrier नहीं है, कोई हवा के लिए कोई रोक टोक नहीं है. So Due to the absence of north and south barrier, a local wind, Chinook. Which local wind? Yes, Chinook blows here. So, Chinook. So, what do you understand by Chinook? Chinook is a hot wind. Which wind? Chinook is a hot wind that blows in winter and therefore raises the temperature within a short time. Okay, this increase in temperature result in a melting of snow, making pasture land available for grazing of animals. Our next topic is flora and fauna. Prairies are practically treeless. Okay, here two words come again here. As you know that about flora also and fauna also, we already studied about this in our previous chapter also. Flora means flowers, trees and all, and fauna means animals, birds and all. Okay, prairies are practically treeless. As you know that prairies are treeless where water is available. So where water is available, trees such as willows, alders and poplars grow. But somewhere water also available in prairies area. So in that area where water is available, which kind of trees? Yes, grow there. There grow such as willows, alders and poplars. Okay. Places that receive rainfall over 50 centimeter. What about rainfall? Receive rainfall over there? Yes. As you can say that places that receive rainfall over 50 centimeter are suitable for farming as a soil is fertile due to rainfall of over 50 centimeter, which is suitable for what? Yes, which is suitable for farming. As a result, you can say that soil is fertile. Though the major crops of this area is maize, so some major crops of area of prairies also. So what are this? Yes, maize, other crops including potatoes, soya bean, cotton and alfalfa. Which one major crops? Yes, maize, potatoes, soya bean, cotton and alfalfa. Areas where rainfall is very little or unreliable. Okay, where some areas also there where rainfall is very little and unreliable. So grasses are short and sparse. So what kind of grasses they are found? Yes, they are found grasses are short and sparse. These areas are suitable for cattle rearing where rainfall is little or unreliable. So that's why grasses are short and sparse. So that area are suitable for what? That area is suitable for cattle rearing. Large cattle farms found ranches. Which one? Yes, ranches are looked after study man called cowboy. जो काफ़ी हैं आपके कैटल रेयर्स जो फार्म्स हैं जिनको ranches भी कहा जाता है वहाँ मैन देखते हैं वहाँ के कैटल को वहाँ के एनिमल्स को what it called? Yes, it called cowboy. बेटा जस्ट लुक एट हियर ऑल्सो अ काउबॉय विद हिज हॉर्स. कैटल रेयरिंग हो रही है यहाँ और देखिए काउबॉय है एक हॉर्स के साथ. Bison or the American buffalo. Just look at the picture also, bison here. So bison or the American buffalo is the most important animal of this region. So which is the most important animal of this region, of prairies region? Yes, bison or the American buffalo. It nearby got extinct due to its indiscriminate hunting and is now a protected species. Yes, as you can, if we will talk about the species, so bison is now a what? A protected species. The other animals also found in this region, other animals, ऐसा नहीं है कि only bison ही है या कुछ ही है. So other animals also found in this region are rabbit, coyotes, gophers and prairie dog also. Which one? Yes, rabbit, coyotes, gophers and prairie dog. Now what about people? People of this region, people of prairies, what kind of habitat? Okay, you can say that. कैसे लोग रहते हैं वहाँ? The people of this region are very hardworking. Okay, people of this region, what kind of people? Yes, they all are very hardworking. They have successfully harnessed technology to utilize their rich natural resource. Yes, technology they are using to utilize their very rich natural resource over there. So that's why harsh technology they are using to use their rich natural resources. Two of the most developed countries in the world, the USA and Canada, Yes, as you know that if we talk about the all over the world, so two of the most developed countries all over the world also located in this region. Which one? They are USA and Canada. All of you know that USA and Canada are most developed countries as we compared all over the world. Then scientific method of cultivation and use of tractors, harvester and combines has made North America a surplus food producer. Due to they are using scientific methods of cultivation, they are using tractors, harvesters and combines has made, ये सारी चीज़ों का जब combines हो जाता है cultivation, they are using scientific method, use of high technique tractors. So what it made? Yes, it has made North America a surplus food producer. The prairies are also known as the granaries of the world. What prairies are also known as? Yes, known as the granaries of the world. Due to the huge surplus of wheat production. Yes, wheat production बहुत ज़्यादा है, so that's why prairies also called the granaries of the world. Yes, I'm talking about word beta. Dairy farming is another major industry. Crop cultivation and all these, one of the major industries also there, wet dairy farming. The dairy belt extends from the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast and the east. Yet where it extends, the dairy belt extends from where? From the Great Lakes to the Atlantic coast and the east. Dairy farming and extensive agriculture both promote setting up food of processing industries. So that's why what it promotes? It promotes setting up the food processing industries also. Large mineral deposits, particularly coal and iron, and a good network of road, railway, and canals in this region have made it the most industrialized region in the world. अगर अब बात करें industrialized region की also, so due to some you can say that mineral deposits over there, just like coal and iron, good networks of road also there, railways and canals. Which one? Good network of roads, railways and canals in this region made it what? Yes, made it the most industrialized region in the